Is the F-160 Raiju a good jet, and should you buy it? Let's talk about that. This jet is obviously based off the Lockheed Martin F-35, which is an absolute beast of a fighter jet. This jet is on the more expensive side, so if you want to spoil yourself, buy it. This is the trade price, 5.1 mil trade price, over 6 mil normal price, so around the same price as a laser. But should you buy this, or should you buy the Hydra? Now, if you got the money, it's definitely this one. But let's go over some features and some things you can do with this. A big downside a lot of people might have is that you need a hangar to buy this thing, unlike the Hydra. But I don't think it's a disadvantage because it's a personal vehicle, which can suck sometimes, but Pegasus spawn areas just are atrocious, and Pegasus is worse. Not many personal spawn areas, but if you have a CEO, you can get that Sanchez for free and just scoot on over to it. But with the aircraft workshop, you do get armor upgrades, engine upgrades, and handling upgrades, along with some liveries, and you can also respray it or sell it, which that's such a scam. I bought this thing for over 5 mil. Should be way more. This jet has VTOL capabilities, which means it allows you to take off vertically and land vertically. Another really cool thing about the VTOL is you can do a barrel roll in VTOL, just like this. This thing is so agile, you can do a complete flip in the air, just like that. Go right into engine and boom, off you go. Now with the VTOL, you might say this might have a very long time from VTOL to the actual flying forward motion, but this thing transitions very quickly when you compare it to the Hydra, which is also a VTOL. This jet is the fastest, has the highest top speed over every jet, over the Hydra, laser, or any other plane. This has awesome handling. It literally will go anywhere you put it. It does anything you want. It is very responsive, very lightweight. A big selling point for this jet, though, which might get a lot of people to buy this, is the stealth capabilities. You press right on the D-pad, your missiles go away, and you are now officially off the radar. There's only 5 other vehicles in the game that allow you to go stealth. You got the Akula and the Annihilator Stealth. Both of those are helicopters, so a little bit on the slower side. You also got the Avenger when you go in the back. I'm pretty sure you can go stealth. You got the Kosaka, which when you go to a certain depth underwater, it will enable stealth mode. And then you got the Alknos, which you have to fly pretty high to go in stealth with that thing. And it's pretty big and not worth it. Now in terms of weapons, you have homing and non-homing missiles, which they're pretty bad. The actual homing missiles, the tracking is iffy. You can only shoot 2 at once, so there is that cooldown just like the Hydra or the laser. This also has an explosive MG. As many of you guys probably know, they nerfed the explosive MG like crazy. This one is decent. It's more spread apart, so your shots will be more kind of separated, more equal than the Hydra or laser. It has a decent fire rate, but the damage is not really there. It takes a while to blow up a normal vehicle half the time, and it also takes like a couple shots to kill a person, which is kind of crazy. But I feel like this jet would have been a little bit overpowered if it had the old MG cannon. The only vehicle / aircraft that still has the explosive MG, the original one, is the Hydra. And if you use that thing and just imagine that cannon on this thing, when it comes to dogfighting, it's a decent jet. But I've gotten beaten multiple times. I don't know if I'm just a bad fighter pilot, but I have beat people in my Hydra in this thing. While it has good agility, sometimes you just can't escape the people. If you're versing somebody with another explosive MG, like it's another Raichu or a Hydra or even a B11, you might lose because sometimes when they get behind you, it is just really hard to shake them off. I've lost to a B11 in this thing, and granted, the B11 is just as good as this. Now, would I say this is worth it? I say yes, and I say no. This has its pros and cons. Now, it is expensive. That's a very big con. But when you look at what you get for it, you can't really beat it sometimes. Stealth mode, VTOL, explosive cannon, and homing missiles. Some kind of can't beat it. Now, yes, you could say this is a Hydra equivalent, which it kind of is. But the design, the stealth mode, and the VTOL, and just the overall speed, handling, and VTOL is just so much better, which makes it kind of worth it. Now, if you're looking into something to buy with stealth, I'd say go with the Akula first. The Akula does everything you need, and then it's also very agile. When it comes to fighter jets, this and the B-11 are just pretty equal in my opinion. You might think I'm crazy, but the B-11 is an absolute tank of a jet. The armor on the raiju isn't the best. In my experience, I've gotten hit with an explosive cannon once and have just been unable to completely fly the thing and just plummet towards the ground and blow up. I don't know if it's a skill issue, it might be, but the B-11, in my opinion, is kind of a better jet to buy at first. I'd say Hydra if you don't have a hangar first. If you have a hangar, I say B-11 first. Reason I say B-11 is it's an agile jet, has a explosive MG, which if we're talking about, for the time when it came out, it was weaker. But now it's pretty equivalent. It's agile, it's got an explosive cannon, homing missiles, barrage, bombs, and countermeasures. For all cheaper. Now, yes, you do have to add countermeasure and bombs on, but it turns out to still be pretty much cheaper than the raiju. The only thing you don't get is less speed and stealth, which if that's not a big thing for you, choose the B-11. I love the raiju. I love flying in it. I love how agile it is. I still can't get over the price, but if you like it, go ahead and buy it. It is an awesome jet, but if you don't got the money, don't really spend it. There's other things to buy, but if you're pretty much set in the game, buy the raiju. It's a fun jet to fly. It's still packing some power. And yeah, that'll do it. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see any more kind of short reviews on other planes. Let me know if you want to see this compared to the Hydra or any other plane, and I'll definitely shoot it out to you guys. But that'll do it for this video. Peace out.